Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Monday and it is a Flea Market Find NASCAR Diecast edition. This is going to kind of be twofold in the sense that the first portion of this is some diecasts that I picked up on our recent run to Kentucky. The second part will be some diecasts that my wife picked up for me down at the Speedrum. They have a trailer down there with t-shirts and sweatshirts and hats and Speedrum memorabilia, but they also have this little rack at the front of the trailer that has some NASCAR diecast and some other goodies. And my wife, being the person that she is, when she went to she was walking around a little bit just to pass some time during a lull in the action. She went over there and picked up some things for me, so I really appreciate that. And we'll get into that stuff at the end of the video. We're just going to start off and roll through with what I picked up on our Kentucky run. And there's a price tag on here, but I didn't pay that for it. So I'm going to start off with a 1997 Action. I believe it is. Yeah, there it says Action Kenny Irwin. This was one of the first cars that Kenny ran during his Cup Series. This was kind of a joint effort car with David Blair Motorsports and Robert Yates. There's some information on the back of that. It's got an $8.99 price tag. I can guarantee you I did not pay that for that car. Up next, we have Winter Circle, and I wouldn't have bought this if I would have closer examined it, but it is DW in one of his throwback cars that he ran in 1997 with Parts America. This is the DieGuard Gatorade throwback that he ran. Going to hear some rustling here because I'm now pulling them out of the bag. I just had a few set up here on top because it was easier. I had another DW one in here somewhere. We'll get to that in a minute. Did pick up a Racing Champions from 1991 is the copyright date on it, but it is the Larry Pearson car that he ran in 1989. And that is, it looks like a Buick mold. And these early Racing Champions, even though this car ran as a Buick and it was Chattanooga Chew, there you can see it on his uniform, plain as day, Chattanooga Chew. They did not decal the car, but he ran a Buick in 1989, and those cars were molded in several different body styles just because they were, I guess probably on a on a time crunch or whatever. I spoke of the Darrell Waltrip. Here is the next one in that Parts America series from 1997. This would have been the car he ran in 1985-86, the Budweiser themed paint job. Pretty nice. I do have like I think I got the 5-car set of that. I really don't remember. Do have a 1997 edition DW, the Chrome car that he ran. Of course, this was the same season as that, but this is a Racing Champions brand. I like that they actually put the Die Hard battery logo there on the back. Next up from 1997, I bought one of these before, but the Kyle Petty NWO car. I got a little cleaning up to do, a little housekeeping there. That's just sticker residue. It will come off and it will clean up really nicely. But Kyle Petty and the NWO car. Always thought that was really kind of a fun deal that they had going on there. Another from 1997. Rick Mast. This is the camo car. I believe they only ran this at the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. But it's a camouflage car. Or maybe the purple Strin car was the one that they ran at Daytona. But this only ran a handful of races as well. Got so much to go through here. This another Racing Champion from 1997. I have never seen this car before. And it's an EA Sports NASCAR 98 for PlayStation and Sega Saturn. That is just super cool. I've never seen, excuse me, anything like that. Looks like it's molded in a Pontiac body. But EA Sports, it's in the game. There you see it, Racing Champions 1997. Never seen that before. Now, I did get this on eBay recently. And I left part of a price tag on there. I don't like doing that. Not that it matters that you know what I paid for something, but I just think it looks tacky if you leave a price tag on something when you're, displaying it or whatever. But I got this recently on an eBay pickup, but I seen one in this flea market But the Sterling Marlin 1983 Cup Series rookie, even though it's got the 86 fastback window, come on, Ertel, you can do better than that. So now we have 2 out of 15,000. They had one more down there, but in it was not punched. But the condition of the rest of the cardboard was less than stellar. Up next, from Winter Circle, what year is this? I'm not sure exactly what year because we don't have the year 2003. But it is the Jeff Gordon Cookie Monster Sesame Street car. I don't really recall what year or what race this might have been run in. If it was run at all, or if it was just a promo with Sesame Street. During this time, I wasn't able to watch a lot of racing, but pretty interesting looking car. We're going to go back in the time machine again to 1991 for a Richard Petty Racing Champions. And look how off-center that number is on that door. Top looks great, but the number a little bit off-kilter. But again, quality control was not part of the game at that point. Also, another one from 1991, the Kyle Petty. And now it says 1991 on the backs of these, but this car ran, well, this car ran in 1990. So it's one of those confusing things because I don't know how they lined up all their stuff. It's copyrighted 1991, but it is what it is. So now we got a 96 edition Racing Champions Jeff Gordon. And there's several different versions of this. You see the Coca-Cola on the trunk lid, Slick 50 on the C panel, and Quaker State on the quarter panel. There's different ones that might have Pepsi on there, might have Pie Royal instead of Slick 50, and Valvoline instead of Quaker State. So if you have Racing Champions from this era, there's going to be variations, so make sure you check those out very, very closely. What do we have here? I got not one, but 2 of these Winter Circle Jeff Gordon Sprint cars. Now, I'll pull one off to the side here, so we have a little bit more room. But that's one of the Sprint cars, Outlaws, whatever he was running back in the day. Don't know quite a lot about it, but let's look at the back of what it says here. The Sprint car at only 16, so 1987 is when he would have been running that. So, very cool. Then a Jeff Gordon DuPont Chroma Premier. This would have been the car that he ran in the Busch Clash in, I believe it was 1998. Because he ran the Chrome Illusion car that year in the Winston All-Star race. Again, most of these I've never seen in diecast before. The Jeff Gordon Racers comic book. Like, was it a comic book or was it a cartoon? I think it was a cartoon now that I think about it. Never did get into that. I think they did have some sort of children's book. And this one I thought was, this last one here, before we get into the cars that my wife got me, I thought this one was super, super awesome. I'd never seen it before. And I was like, I had to get this one. But it was the DuPont test car. So, those of you that remember different, back in the 80s and 90s before Daytona, they would have preseason testing. And that's how the cars would look. They would go down there, they'd be primered out. They might have one number on it, like this one, 24A, so they knew that this was car 24A that they were testing. And then they might have one sponsor logo on it. You know, very difficult to see all the different contour lines when it's just painted up like that. So I'm going to pause the video and be back in just a second with a clear slate here. And through the amazing magic of a pause button, we are all cleaned up and ready to go for part 2 of Flea Market Finds NASCAR Diecast. Of course, I said got a few pieces here that my wife picked up at the Speedrome Saturday night. Was it Saturday? Yeah, I think it was Saturday. We went Friday and Saturday, so it was busy both days. But anyway, she picked me up a couple of these that they had. The Bobby and Roger Reuse from last year, the 2021 Wave 11, and a 2021 Wave 12 of Ryan Preece. Can't remember if he was in the Hunt Brothers colors when he won at Nashville or not. And she's like, I don't know if you have these or not. I know you rarely buy trucks, so I wanted to buy you some trucks because I didn't know what cars you had. So, there we go. Got a couple trucks to add to the collection. And this next one, I didn't even see this next one when I was over there. Not saying I would have bought it, but it makes it a little more special because she got it for me. But it's from 2001. It's a 1/64th scale tribute hauler for Dale Earnhardt. Now I'm going to open this up. I'm not going to show you the outside of it. But if you remember when Dale Sr. Passed away at Daytona in 2001, fans started signing the hauler. So this is the hauler where people signed all over it. And I've never seen this. So I thought it was just a super cool piece, and I wanted to share it with everybody. So this thing is going to continue to live in a nice, controlled, quiet, dry environment to keep it at its best. So now I'll kind of show you the outside. The outside of the box really doesn't have anything on it. And it does have a price tag from it where it was originally sold somewhere. But there's the information on that. But a super cool piece. And hope you guys enjoyed what diecast we picked up over the last couple weeks. And as always, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. I'm seeing more and more new faces in the comment section, so that's very encouraging. Like to engage with each and every one of you when you throw a comment down there. Like to, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, more than likely I will react to it. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we will see you tomorrow.